The miracle of flight. Oh, hang on, my finger went in. Come on. The miracle of flight. I want to do a documentary about flying, and I'm practicing. The miracle of flight. How can this turn into something really cool? It's a feather. You probably can't tell from the lighting. It's a feather. I think, Craig, isn't that your pen? It's also my pen, but I'm European. We use feathers for pens. And let me just say, people of America, tea is better than coffee, so boo-ha to you, or whatever we say. I forget. I'm American now, so it's all over. Anyway, look. I went out I was off last week. I'll just put my pen over here. Where's he gone? Into the dark. I was off last week. I know it was reruns last week. If you were watching, I'm sorry that it had to happen twice. Anyway, I went last week. I went out as a friend of mine has a helicopter business. His name's Lance. He's got a helicopter business, so I phoned him up. He said, we've got a new helicopter. Come out and we'll take you a ride in the helicopter. So I went out and his helicopter, it's one of them new jet helicopters. I know, it's just a way of anyway, it goes really, really fast. And the whirly thing's there, and then there's another whirly thing in the back. You've seen a helicopter, surely. And he took us up, and we went up to the Hollywood sign, and we went right up close to it, like that, to the Hollywood sign. And I have to tell you, that thing's a mess. And then it's like it's a real kind of parable for Hollywood, that sign, because from a distance you go, oh, that's quite impressive. Then the closer you get, you go, oh, that's kind of falling apart. And then you get up close and you go, that's had a lot of work done to it. And then you get really to it and you go, this thing smells of pee. And that's Hollywood. So anyway, we go flying in this helicopter, and I said to Lance, he's flying, he's the pilot, you know, it says helicopter. I said, can I have a shot of it? He said, no. So we went flying, and he flew up to the Hollywood sign, and then he flew down to the beach here, and all the surfers at the beach, you know, the surfers, you know, the people, they stand on a board and they ride the waves like some kind of modern day surfers. And we went right down, and we were 25 foot, I looked at the radio altimeter, 25 foot off the ground, and we went right over the surfers, and they all were shouting how much they appreciated it. Thanks for driving by us. We're enjoying the underside of this helicopter. It was awesome. I'll see you in a minute.
The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson, sponsored by Advil. Really doesn't get any better than this.
It's hard to stay up, it's been a long, long day, and you've got the Sandman at the door. But hang on, leave the TV on, and let's do it anyway. It's okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Ferguson.
That's right. Oh, yes. Boy, it sure sounds real tonight. It sounds like you really mean it. All right. That was too much. You just blew it there. Now I know. It's a great day for America, everybody. Yes, it is. It is a great day. It is our Secretary of State's birthday. It's Hillary Clinton's birthday. Happy birthday, Hillary. The President asked her what she wanted, and she said, your job. Oh, there you are. You're welcome, New York Times. Bill Clinton is planning a romantic candlelit dinner tonight. Then he'll go home and see Hillary, wish her happy birthday. It was a very big weekend for the college football. The game I watched here in Los Angeles was the USC versus Oregon State. Yes, here in LA, the Trojans dominated the Beavers. Then there was the football game. Hey, do you know what? It's almost Halloween. Oh, lovely. Isn't that nice? Yes, it is. Who are you talking to? My helpful imaginary friend. Oh, that's nice. You seem to pull enthusiasm out of nowhere. That's my job. You mean fake enthusiasm is your job? Yes. Well, what do the studio audience do? Kind of the same thing. Anyway, it's... No, don't. It's almost... What I'm saying is it's almost Halloween. Do we have a graphic for Halloween perhaps this year? Do we? Oh, yeah. Wow! That was garbage. Wow! Take that, Paranormal Activity. Have you seen the Paranormal Activity? It's the #1 movie in the country. I know. That means it's great. That means it's great. If it's a #1 movie, it's great. This is the logic. For example, more people saw Paul Blart Mall Cop than saw The Shawshank Redemption. Therefore, Paul Blart Mall Cop is a better movie than The Shawshank Redemption. Do you see? That's right. More people like it. It means it's better. Don't you understand capitalism? Now, I haven't seen Paranormal Activity. It sounds scary. It's about a couple. And what they do is they get a camcorder and they put it by the bed to videotape the things that go bump in the night. And also to see if anything happens with ghosts while they're asleep. I don't usually go to scary movies, but I was in one once. Were you? Yes. It was about modern-day vampires. It was called Modern Vampires. This is before vampires became popular. In Britain, they called the movie in Britain The Revenant. But the American studio thought no one here is going to know what that means, and clearly they were right. So they called it Modern Vampires, and I was at the premiere of the movie. I'm in the movie. I'm one of the stars of the movie. I'm at the premiere, and it's meant to be scary, and I'm sitting there like, And then everybody starts going, ha ha! And I'm like, yeah, it's a horror comedy movie. I've never seen people laugh that hard, and I never will. So what I did was I did it while I was working on the Drew Carey show. I played the vampire, you know, on the break from the Drew Carey show. So basically I just did Mr. Wick with fangs. I did it was exactly the same. It was like, Dracula, you're fired. We've got a clip of this movie. You're like, no, there's no way you're showing a clip of your own movie. I'm like, yeah, why not? Come on. So here, look, there's a clip. Look. Oh, excuse me. What the is going on? That's right. I know what you're thinking, but wait a minute, Craig, all your movies suck. No. That was great. Nowadays, you have to be pretty to be a vampire. Like that kid with the big wavy hair. What's that kid's called? Robert Patterson? Yeah? He's too pretty to be a vampire, if you ask me. I like my vampires. Ah. He's like, mm-hmm. I will bite you, bitch. Anyway, I'm talking about the... what am I talking about? The Paranormal Activity movie. Now, the word paranormal means anything that defies scientific explanation. For example, how does Trump keep that thing on his head? How does a Baldwin walk on its hind legs? How can they do that? No. I'm just telling you what paranormal is. God's sake. Anyway, people are making a big deal about the movie because it cost $15,000 to make. I heard that, I'm like, I was jealous. I mean, if we had that kind of money, I'd buy suits. We'd get a light or two in here. I'd buy everyone in the audience tickets to a decent show, The Price is Right or something. You nearly applauded. You're like, yeah, Price is Right. What I'm saying is Paranormal Activity, it'll make a huge profit, but that doesn't equal quality. No one will say, well, that movie was garbage, but it only cost 15 grand, so I'll go and see it 3 times. I think some people are going to see Paranormal Activity because it was made out of the studio system, you know, with no special effects, no stars, you know, it's the little movie that could, and people like an underdog story. If you like this show, clearly you like an underdog story. And you know who's really excited about this movie is Hollywood studio executives. Now they can pull any old crap off of YouTube and call it a movie. Like, coming to a theater near you, a guy gets hit in the nuts.
In a world with movies full of stars and scripts and plots and stuff, one man has the courage to take it in the nuts. This doesn't even make sense. Why am I doing a trailer for a movie that... shut up, just do the trailer, right?
Here's what I think. If a movie's cheap to make, then the ticket prices should be cheap too. Huh? If you're buying a ticket... If you're buying a, yeah, see, bond with me. That's right, bond with me. Free stuff, yes. Discount prices, now you're talking. Yeah, if you're buying a ticket to see the paranormal, if you do Paranormal Activity, you do the math, it should cost about 25 cents. I don't know if that makes any sense. And we have to take a break. We'll be right back, everybody. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Ooh! 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 There you go. Halloween is coming up, so we thought this would be a good time for us to check in with America's #1 Halloween party expert. I speak, of course, of Henry Winkler, everybody. Henry Winkler! Henry, gosh, good to see you. Really? Lovely to see you, Henry.
Thank you. You know, I have to say, I'm very sorry. I might smell a little like pee, but
No.
Yeah?
Lovely, actually.
Thank you.
Really nice.
Thank
What
you.
is that?
What pee?
All right. But celebrity pee.
Hello. I'm from Hollywood.
Exactly.
But you know what? Isn't it fabulous how you got into the spirit of Halloween? This is a great costume.
All right, very funny. Yes, thank you. This is not a costume, Henry.
Oh, I thought maybe with the makeup like that in your hair, you were supposed to be Liza Minnelli.
I do get that a lot, actually. No, Henry, you're known as an actor, a writer, yes, a producer, and a Halloween expert. But what makes you an expert on Halloween parties, though? Parties?
Well, you know, I throw the scariest Halloween parties in all of Hollywood.
Now, this is a pretty jaded town, Henry. How do you scare people at a Hollywood party?
I sneak up behind people and then I yell out their real ages.
It doesn't sound very scary.
It doesn't, huh?
No.
Craig Ferguson is 7...
Whoa, hey, stop!
Okay.
You're right. It's quite scary. I, in fact, did pee myself a little bit there. And we're done. Let's move on. Have you seen any good decorations this year?
Last week, I was on a lawn. I was driving by and I stopped to investigate. I saw this really scary skeleton, and it turned out to be Keira Knightley.
Far be it from me to attack the logic of this, but you saw a Halloween decoration of a skeleton. You stopped, you got out of your car, you walked over to it to enjoy it some more.
I did.
And it was Keira Knightley?
Yes. Yes.
All right. Now, Henry, do you have any tips on how to make my Halloween party, which is, coming up? Can you make it extra scary?
Absolutely.
How do I make it scary?
Yeah, creepy lighting. Very scary decorations. And everybody has to be driven home by Mel Gibson.
It's quite scary. That might be going too far. Is a good costume really that important, do you think?
Oh, unbelievable. You know, as soon as I leave here, I'm taking a costume over to Tom Cruise.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's going to be a pirate.
That's adorable. Isn't that lovely? Might be a little big. What do you yourself give the trick-or-treaters?
Oh, well, every kid on my block knows that I give out bottles of sanitizers.
Instead of candy?
Yeah.
Do they like that?
They hate it, but they don't come to my house. I'm never bothered. It's great.
What was your best Halloween?
My best Halloween?
Best Halloween.
I dressed up as an astronaut, and I actually made out with a very sexy zombie. And yours?
It was the year I dressed up as I was dressed up as a very sexy zombie, and I made out with an astronaut.
Halloween?
Beverly, 2004. Welcome back, everybody. I know it looks like I've got a cold sore, but I haven't. I don't have a cold sore. It looks like I don't have a cold sore. I was wrestling with my son, wrestling as they call it, with the kids, and he punched me right in the mouth. It was awesome. So anyway, he cut my lip. So I don't have a cold sore on my mouth. I got one on my penis, of course, but I don't. It's a joke. You're welcome, internet rumor mill. Now, my first guest, you know her from The View. She's got a new TV show called Sherri. There's a clue to who she is. Sherri. Is it Barbara Walters? It might be. But her new show is called Sherri. Barbara does enjoy a bit of Sherri, though. I've seen that. If you was as Ray. Anyway, Sherri's got a show Tuesdays on Lifetime. Take a look at this.
You're with him?
Yes. Well, no. Well, he's being a really great guy about this baby, but no, we're not together. I guess you could say we're friends with medical benefits.
You're dating our son's pediatrician?
Oh, you do not want to go down that road. That is a scary road. People die on that road. And nobody comes looking for them because they never should have went down that road.
Please welcome the very lovely Sherri Shepherd, everybody. Sherri Shepherd. Oh, my Lord. Look at you. Come on.
Oh, my goodness.
Good grief.
Hi.
Hello, Sherri.
Woo.
How lovely to see you again.
It's nice to see you.
I feel like I just saw you on The View.
Yeah, I was there recently.
came, yeah.
Yes, and I saw you, and you look sensational. You look very healthy this evening, if you don't mind me saying so.
Thank you. I will take that. Thank you.
No, you should. It's meant.
I know, but I don't get to dress like this on The View, so.
Well, there's obvious reasons you can.
What are the reasons?
The other girls would be very upset.
They'd be all right. I think we should one day just all dress kind of sexy.
That happened in a dream I had once.
All the ladies of The View?
All the ladies of The View. And here's what's weird. Also, one of the Baldwins. That's dreams you can't
control. That's a sexy dream for me.
What, really?
Yeah, that's...
Do you find, is that what you're looking for in a man? A kind of Baldwin type thing? Kind of hairy, kind of, Yeah,
I like that. I think every woman wants because we want a man that's strong. Because, for me, I don't want a man that's crying all the time.
No.
Because if I'm sitting at home and I'm crying and you crying, what's going to happen when the burglar comes?
Right.
I need somebody who's going to go, because I'm not going to. If I can go, I don't need you.
Yeah, but the only thing is, do you base your entire relationships on the possibility of being burgled?
Well, women, we want to know that we're going to be taken care of. So we want to know that our man has some kind of crazy in him, so that if something happens, you can do what you need to do.
So you're looking for someone macho and crazy?
Macho and crazy and has a good FICO score. Oh. He's got good credit.
Yeah.
I want good credit.
You're basically looking for one of the WWF guys, really, something like that.
No.
Is this what's in your book then?
This is my book, Permission Slips, Every Woman's Guide to Giving Herself a Break. Because I feel like women, we're always trying to hold it together and keep it together, and we are falling apart. So we got to give ourselves permission to take a break. Like, I live in New York, and everybody is just talking about, I go to the park with my son, he's 4,
right.
And the mothers are always saying, well, my son doesn't have a television, and he knows Italian, French, and Mandarin. And I'm thinking, my baby just learned English, and I don't even understand what he's saying half the time. And it's like I said, I'm not going to be guilty. I'm not going to feel guilty. And I went to sleep, and it was really late, and I was tired. I gave my son the remote control, and I let him watch Dora the Explorer for 3 hours.
Good for you.
It was good. And you know what? I woke up refreshed, and he still doesn't know Italian, French, and Mandarin. We're good. You got to let go of the guilt, ladies. You do. You got to let go of the guilt.
Yeah, well, okay. You're single though at the moment, right?
I am single.
So you're a single mom. Is that very difficult?
I'm a single mom.
Meeting folks with
it's a little bit hard because I was with my ex-husband for 11 years, so I don't know the lingo now. I went to Jay-Z's club in New York, the 40/40 Club.
I don't know any of these places.
You gotta go
Look at me.
I'm trying to tell you. This is a club in New York. It's a very hot club, and everybody tells me, all my girlfriends, my single girlfriends, they say you have to be honest. You have to let a man know who you are. But I don't know what's too much. Like, I was standing at the bar, and a guy comes up to me, I'm diabetic, and he says, Shorty, can I get you a drink? And I said, well, I don't know.
Wait.
What?
Shorty?
Your Shorty is you worse than me. Damn. What Shorty means, hey girl, it's like it's a compliment. But he asked, so he said, hey Shorty, can I get you a drink? And I didn't know what to say, and I said, well, I really can't drink wine because it raises my blood glucose level, and I have diabetes. I don't want to get my foot chopped off, so I just And he didn't stick around. And so, I'm not quite sure. But you know what's happening? It's like the young guys are trying to talk to me. And
No. Here I do know. This is an area I know something about.
Tell me.
They're not trying to talk to you. They're trying to do something else to you. But they're willing to talk to you for a while first.
But that's what scares me, because I'm not quite sure what to say to these young ones. I'm just afraid, like, he'll like me, I'll like him, then he'll take me to his parents' house. He'll like excuse himself and say, I'm going to the bathroom, Ma, and then as soon as he leaves, she's gonna go, look, we was in English class together. What are you doing with my son?
No, see, let me give you some advice from the book of a good friend of mine, Sherri, about giving yourself a break. You don't have to do that. As long within, it's fine.
See, it was good before you got married. You had flirted with me. I should have took you up on that. But see, now you're married. But so I think I'm gonna take a trip over. Where you from? Scotland? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I might go over to Scotland and see if there's any other ones like you.
And there's millions of them like me.
I told my girlfriend and my girlfriend, Niecy Nash, we decided we were going to go over to Europe. We were going to take a dip.
Scotland's a good. Yeah, if you want something hairy that's mad with a bit of cash, that's your place. Yeah.
I don't need anybody mad though.
No, not mad. You know, crazy. A little bit of crazy.
He's a little bit. Oh, he's a little bit of crazy.
Oh, a Scottish guy. You're Scottish guy there. You get. Yeah, they usually a bit of money. They tend to work is valued very highly.
You don't look very crazy with those kilts on, though. I mean, are they really
That's
crazy?
That's not crazy enough for you.
Wearing the kilt.
0-degree temperatures and no underwear. This is okay with you.
But you know what, Craig? I don't know if that's going to fly in the Bronx. I really do, if we go to the Bronx with the kilt on and the no underwear.
See, you know what you're doing? You're not living in the moment. This is your problem. You're playing it on too much. You're saying, what happens when I meet its mom? What happens when we,
go to
what
ifs.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm a mom. We do that. We take on a lot. We always have to figure out what if, because, you know, we try to control everything.
Within a certain degree, though, you have to live in the moment a little bit. I think it's very important, Sherri.
To live in the moment.
Yeah, say it. I want you to write it on something. I want you to put it on the refrigerator door. I want to stay in the moment.
Stay in the moment.
Put it on the refrigerator door or you know, in the bathroom or something. Write it on the bathroom mirror. Do something.
Just stay in the moment.
Stay in the
what
moment.
is that supposed to do?
It means if you feel it, do it.
Okay, that sounds like a man that's trying to get in your pants.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
See, I'm going to have to do this on my TV show, my sitcom, Sherri. This is a subject that we're going to have to tackle.
Of course.
On the sitcom.
Yeah.
Just this whole man-woman thing.
Well, it's an endless source of enjoyment.
I love it.
Yeah, we got to go or I'm going to get in trouble.
Okay, so watch my show on Lifetime. It comes on Tuesday nights at 10 o'clock on Lifetime. Sherri.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, you going to watch it? Watch it?
Yeah. Sherri Shepherd, everybody. Keep it down. I'm trying to read. Now, I always see when my next guest. Why are you talking like this? Because I'm adorable. My next guest is an author, and I always feel rather, you know, I feel it's not fair that when actors are on and they get a clip from their movie, and I think, well, when authors are on, they should get a clip from their book. And so what I like to do is like to read out a little bit from the book so as you get a flavour. A flavour of the book, so you can think, oh, that's just my cup of tea. You might say to yourself. If you're a gay English person, you might say that. Oh, it's just my cup of tea. Oh. Anyway, this is a little bit from the book here. Let me see. Yeah, I'll just read this, and it's very good. Yep, it's a really good book. It's called Red to Black. It's in stores now. It's by the very talented Alex Dryden, everybody. Alex Dryden. I completely understand.
Yeah.
Hi, Alex. How are you?
I'm very well. It's very good to be here.
It's very nice to be. Now, here's my quandary, Alex Dryden. I've known you for how long?
Oh, 20 years.
20 years,
yeah,
and you're not really. That's not really your name, is it, Alex Dryden?
It's not my name.
No.
I really regret getting a pen name.
No, but but your name has to be Alex Dryden. This because this book is full of subterfuge and KGB things.
That's right. It's undercover. That's why I'm on television.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, you're very terribly concerned. You don't want to use your real name because there are people in Russia who may be compromised.
Well,
but what if they see you on the YouTube?
In London.
In London, yes.
In London, I felt kind of more vulnerable.
Right.
But for some reason in America, despite YouTube,
yeah,
and despite the fact that America and Britain is just as accessible from Russia as anywhere else.
Do you think Russians may be after you?
No, I don't think so. But they have killed people in London.
Over this book?
I mean,
I mean, because in America you'll just get a couple of iffy reviews, maybe, but
I mean, they've killed people trying to buy a copy. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Now,
It's that popular.
what happened? You went to to Russia. And found out all about what the KGB are trying to take over the world or something?
Well, yeah. I mean, I was there in the 90s, and from about 1988.
Right.
And I saw the wall come down and the Soviet Union collapse, and it was very, very emotional and exciting, and democracy was dangled before the Russians' eyes for the first time in their history.
Right.
And it was a very big moment, and then it was snatched away. The KGB came back, and they reasserted themselves in power. And now they're more powerful, actually, than they've ever been in the history of, since the revolution.
Putin is a KGB guy, isn't he?
Putin is only the second guy to run Russia or the Soviet Union after being head of the KGB, yeah. Which is bizarre.
What about the guy that happened in between, the drunk fella?
Which one would that be?
No, Yeltsin.
No, you've narrowed it down. Yeltsin.
Yeah, it's the big...
Terrific chap. He liked,
I thought
he was a Democrat.
Yes, he was a man of the people, no doubt.
He was. He stood on the tank and he fought off the forces of reaction.
What happened to that movement in Russia then?
Well, I think what happened, there's too much to do. The Soviet Union was a big place. It was economically disastrous.
Right.
And everything was going wrong. And Yeltsin couldn't do anything and drink,
Yeah.
I think that was the problem.
So he made a choice to drink.
Made a choice, yeah. I mean, well, let's face it.
I totally relate.
I'm going to sort this out, or I'll drink.
Now, what do I do? Fix Russia or have vodka? Yeah, I know. I've been to Russia. I'd rather like to. I was surprised at how warm. I went to Moscow.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time in Moscow.
Very warm, very friendly people.
The Russians are wonderful people.
They are nice.
I mean, I wrote this book in sadness and anger because the Russian people are so great and they've had all this snatched away.
Why do these people? I find this remarkable. These people who are very literate, tend to be very well educated. They're passionate people. They're very artistic people, and yet they have these terrible, terrible governments, time and time and time again.
Yeah. I mean, it hasn't changed. From the Tsar to 2009, they're still being run by an elite of,
Well,
a couple
Ivan
of
the
hundred
Terrible.
people.
He was Russian, wasn't he?
He was.
But you see, you're starting a kid out wrong calling him the Terrible. There. To Ivan the Reasonable. If you'd called him Ivan the Reasonable, he'd have said, okay, you're going to be the Tsar of all Russians, we're going to call you Ivan the Reasonable. He'd say, well, I can see why you would do that. That's what he would say if he was Ivan. They started out with the wrong ideas. Catherine the Great. Catherine the Great.
Now, that was
fond of horses.
Fond of horses.
Fond of horses.
Already. You see, we're heading down the drain.
You're giving her unrealistic expectations about who she is. Catherine, you're great, you're saying.
Yes. It went to her head, there's no doubt. Well,
absolutely. Did she get her head chopped off?
Do you know, I think she probably died peacefully in a stable somewhere.
All right. Now, listen. I know, of course, I know you from London.
We go back.
Where many nights we spent trying to find things.
Trying to find stuff.
And many nights we succeeded.
I think we did find stuff quite a lot.
We found a lot of stuff.
And not only that, in Glasgow too.
Oh, yes, in Glasgow too. We went to Glasgow, where I'm from.
You are. I went to visit your mum, God bless her.
Yeah, you did, but I was with you.
Yes, I mean, I can go on my own, obviously. Don't tell Craig.
I just thought I'd come by and watch television for a while with you.
Can I borrow a tenner?
That's a lovely idea.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Would she lend you the money, do you think?
No, I don't know.
No, probably not.
No.
Now, where do you live now, then, in America?
Well, I'm spending a lot of time in New Mexico.
Oh, you see, now, I like New Mexico. This cup...
I love New Mexico.
This cup is from New Mexico. This is from the Albuquerque Rattlesnake Museum.
I recognize it. Yeah. I mean, I recognize it as a rattlesnake.
Yeah, that's right. It's oh, hey, guys, I found your cup.
Now,
Have you seen a lot of rattlesnakes out there?
I've seen one on a table, actually, in the Albuquerque Museum, during a lecture. But when I went to New Mexico...
The rattlesnake gave the lecture?
No. Incredibly, it didn't. No, there was a man with a pole with a hook on the end.
Yes.
And every time the rattlesnake started crawling off the table, it would sort of grab it. I don't think it was really a real rattlesnake, because it would have struck him, wouldn't it?
No. They can be trained.
For lectures. lecture circuit.
Not just lecture
rattlesnakes.
circuits. They can be trained to perform in situation comedies. They can. You can herd them into small groups and use them for power.
I just wonder whether. Yes. That's right. Well, I think New Mexico may be turning out quite a lot of these acting creatures. Have you heard of the javelina?
The javelina?
The javelina.
Now, is that the hum-da-da-hum-da-da-dum?
It's Spanish, certainly,
right.
Yes. If that was a Spanish.
That's the Macarena.
That's the Macarena. The javelina's a pig.
The javelina's a pig?
Yeah.
A pig, you say?
It's a pig, and when I was hiking with a lady rancher...
You went hiking with a pig?
No, let me finish. I went hiking with a lady rancher.
A lady rancher?
Yeah, and we found an orphan piglet. Yeah, in the wilds.
How did you know it was all... Excuse me, sir, can I have some more?
Yeah.
Is that how you know?
Listen, it was on its own.
All right,
it was sad. It didn't know where it was.
Did you race it?
No. Race it? What?
Raise it.
Oh,
no, raise it. Okay, no. Piggy, let's go.
Yeah. You're not doing anything, I'm not doing anything. Let's have a race.
I know it's hot here, but never mind.
No. We, the lady rancher took it home. And do you know what? I'll tell you. Within 1 month, it could open all the doors in her house. Seriously. Pigs are very intelligent. And within 6 months, now I promise you this is true, within 6 months, it could get into bed and switch the electric blanket on. Honestly.
No,
it's true.
I have to stop you.
No, it's true.
There's absolutely no need for an electric blanket in New Mexico.
Oh, come on. It's -20.
Oh, it gets cold at night, yeah. Especially for pigs. Because they don't wear trousers.
Pigs? They don't have trousers. No. Or even underwear.
They're nudists. Many people don't realise this about pigs. When they're enjoying bacon, they don't realise, wait a minute, this is the meat of a nudist.
It's true.
By the way, that's the name of a movie I'm pitching.
The Meat of a Nudist. It's a great title.
Thank you.
Go for it.
I think you'll do it.
You won't even have to write the script.
Yeah. Anyway, Alex, I'm very excited about your book.
Yes.
It's very exciting.
It's more exciting than that.
No, actually, you know what? I'm going to read this because I've known you for a long time. You're a very, very talented writer, as I know, and I'm surprised I'm not allowed to say your name, but I understand and respect that.
I think, once it starts, you can't get out of it. I was going to be a woman. I mean, thank God I wasn't. Sorry, wait a second. Wait a second. No. Yeah.
Get yourself out of it, pal.
Let me just... Come on. Yeah. Well, I chose the name Alex because it could be a man and it could be a woman.
You know that's true because there's a lady executive who works here at CBS who's very attractive and is in no way manly, and her name is Alex.
There you go.
She's kind of my boss, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it's... But thank God I didn't. I'd have been in makeup since 5 o'clock this morning if I'd been a woman. What size embonpoint would you choose if you had to disguise yourself as a woman?
Well, if I had to disguise myself as a woman, what kind of
size?
Oh, breastiness?
Yes. Yes. I was thinking about it this morning. Thank God I'm not a woman.
I'd go
I mean, thank God I'm not a woman. I mean, thank God I'm not disguised as a woman, but...
Oh, you're not?
Yes. Yeah.
Now, look, Alex, we're completely out of time. We can't go on like this. But why don't you come back?
I'd love to come back.
Come back as yourself.
Shall I come back as my real self and we'll just pretend this never happened?
We'll come back as yourself or dressed as a woman.
Okay.
All right.
Twice.
Alex Dryden, everybody. Alex Dryden.
What did we learn on the show tonight, Greg?
Hey, I should have mentioned that kitten to Sherri Shepherd. Right there, you got it's hairy and a little bit crazy, and it works here, so it doesn't have any money. But apart from that, well, we didn't learn much about the miracle of flight tonight on the show, but we will in my new documentary, The Miracle of Flight. Wow. You know, the trouble is, I try to be a pilot, I try to be all macho, but when I see a bunch of feathers like this, I just want to make a hat.